Welcome back to the Spirit Guide Daily. These are daily messages that will reach you when they're meant to. All readings are timeless. This is the Crystal Tarot. This is the Sacred Traveler. These are obviously the messages of love oracles. We're going to get 3 tarot cards to tell you about your day. Hey guys, before I get started, please don't forget to subscribe. It helps my channel. If you want to book me for a private reading, there is a link to my website in the description box down below. And if you want to know every time I post a video, hit that post bell notification. Let's get going here. What do we got for the collective today? What's the energy? Now remember, this could be today, it could be, it's short, it's close-in energy, meaning that it's energy that surrounds basically a 72-hour period in most instances. Let's get going. 5 of Cups in the upright. Okay, so 5s are the energy of change. This can be longing and missing somebody. It can be grieving. It can be releasing the pain of the past. It can also be over-investing in the difficulties of a moment, but let's see what it comes out with. It's coming out with the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. It's a slightly isolated energy, but it's also a card of personal power. The 3 of Pentacles in the upright is when we're working together in a collaborative effort and you've really got that good flow with the people that you're working with. In reverse, it is telling you that you're the person who needs to take control. You need to be the strongest voice within a group, and you need to be the strongest voice in your own path. Don't let other people override you. And you don't always have to argue with them. You can simply listen and discard. This comes out with the Emperor in reverse. I gotta tell you, this entire draw, like this group, because I filmed these in batches, has had some kind of exterior, hey, there's been an abuse of power, and people have their feelings all wrapped up in it. So expect some extra, external energy, potentially within power structures. Now, the Emperor in reverse can be a feeling of powerlessness, but with this 3 of Pentacles in reverse, it is telling you that if somebody is trying to take your power, then you don't, simply shielding and protecting yourself and not responding to them can also be, we choose our battles in life. And that has been something that has been coming through in this particular batch, is that there's a slightly fractious energy in the overall world and that you kind of need to be very self-protective. Healing old wounds and childhood issues need revisiting. This can be a card of needing to process your grief and your pain. And why do we need to do that? And by the way, there is no magic. It will be released by a subliminal recording, or that you go to a life coder and they spend an hour with you and then your grief and your pain is gone. It will release it and you have to purge it and sometimes feel it. It is impossible to heal something that we won't look at. Sometimes we do have to acknowledge that when we're in survival mode, the feelings that make us more vulnerable, which can be loss or grief or pain or even fear, are often kind of locked up in a closet or tamped down. And this is a card of telling you to release them in order to feel more powerful. But it's also telling you that, remember, the energy will repeat until we repair something. So it looks like your personal power is going to be tested on something, and something that might have upset you in the past is something that you feel your own sense of direction in more easily. But mostly I've got a strange external energy here that is telling you, remember, if you don't have power over something to change it, then the best thing to do is to change what you can. We have the, I don't read any oracle cards in reverse, grace and gratitude. Through gratitude, joy expands. Hey, listen. Whenever you're struggling with this energy, the best and the easiest thing to do is to reassess your situation, to find what you are grateful for. Because even on days where it's like, oh my gosh, I wish I could just go back to bed, there are good things. Whether it's your cup of coffee or cup of tea or, big glass of water in the morning, enjoy things, savor things, look for that which is positive, and then that's what you start to see. That is not the same thing as ignoring feelings. If we try, one of the flaws with the law of attraction is it tells you you're not allowed to have negative thoughts. Hey guys, that's repression. It'll just make you sick. You have to acknowledge the feelings that you have. You can't heal something if you won't look at it. Even if something is daunting, even if it involves the mistakes that you might have made in the past because you were simply injured, allow yourself to process it and to release it. And sometimes we will have to feel negative emotions, but when we release, we make the room to receive. When you want to change your personal energy at any particular time, practicing gratitude is the easiest way to do that. And there is something that you can be grateful for. If it's the sun shining on a pretty day, that is still something that is making your life better. Look with eyes that see what is positive, and your energy will be more positive almost immediately. But it's kind of like everybody's in a funk, and you have to be your own guiding star in it. Personal power will get you through a slightly difficult energy. Potentially, you might wake up after having some sort of nightmare. This is simply a card of feeling out of sorts as well. Through your choices, you can shed that energy. But there's a lot going on in this one, oddly. There's a greater world energy where trust that the divine has a plan for you, and that you don't need to overinvest in what seems to be a power struggle in the greater world. You have your own path, find your own guidance, tap into your joy, into your gratitude, and it will be easier to receive the messages that will get you through almost anything. That was the Spirit Guide Daily for today. Remember, joy and gratitude, that is the easiest way to have an energy exchange and to change the energy that you are living in. If you want to book me for a private reading, there's a link to my website in the description box down below. Hey, don't forget to look for my new podcast. It's called Logical Magic, Examining Esoterica, and it's available on all the major services. I'll see you next time.